Hello, guys. How is everybody doing today? So anyways, guys, we're waiting for Garrett, and he's going to show you how to crash YouTube ads, especially for e-commerce. But you can do it for anything. You can do it for clients. You can do it for whatever you want. Okay, so he's about to come. So now he shows up. I let him take over. There he is. What's up, Mr. Hello? Can you hear me, Garrett?
Yeah, just joined.
Okay, good. So basically, what I do when I join the webinar, you see my. I'm gonna show my screen. I don't know if you can see my screen, but at the bottom, there is a button there where it says more. I don't know if you see it in yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it's over there, you're gonna see options. Whoever starts first is gonna see options to share on Facebook. But but I think it's best that I share it because I have all the groups and everything.
Okay.
But anyways, you can. Let's see how many people. Let's see. Yeah, people are starting to pile up. Yeah, people are starting to come. So, how to crash YouTube ads? I mean, this is for anything, right?
No, that's what I meant. I didn't say pass.
Shall I share my screen?
Yeah, share your screen. Share your screen, share the dream. Yeah, I see your screen.
Cypher PK.
All right, is that okay? Can you see it? Can you hear me, mate?
I can hear you clear and sound.
Can you see the YouTube?
I see a YouTube icon ready to be clicked.
Okay.
Hey, tell Baker I have
Let me look at the people. Make sure how many people are piling up. There are people ready. YouTube ads.
Yo, you guys are drunk. All right. I got a everyone. I'll give it to you and I have my weapon. Guys, I'm coming. Wow.
So basically, YouTube ads, you can do it for e-commerce, you can do it for clients, you can do it for anything you want, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm dead.
Just for people to know is I'm paying someone to do my YouTube ads around $3,000 a month. Okay.
All right.
So basically, with this skill set, I mean, you can have 10 clients and live the la vida loca,
Yeah.
right? Or you can run for whatever you want.
Yeah.
Sam, can you hear me?
Let's see.
Okay, Sam, look at my screen. Try to see what I'm saying. What is it?
No, you can start anytime.
I'm sorry?
You can start anytime.
Okay. Okay, well, Coach Giani, here we are again, ready to rumble.
Ready to rumble, man. Just show these people the possibilities when they master Google with you.
Okay. Well, on the last call, we went through some cool stuff. So we're doing a sort of free training tonight. And this one is going to be all about YouTube. Now, why should we bother with YouTube, you ask yourself? Well, let's look at the actual facts. YouTube is the second biggest internet search platform after Google. It's pretty big, with an audience of 1.5 billion users logging in each month and still growing. That's more than 1 billion hours of YouTube content viewed every single day of the week. And these numbers simply don't lie. YouTube is a global force, and the demand for video content is only increasing. The facts and stats show that by 2021, a mind-boggling 80% of all internet traffic will be video related. So the interesting thing is that YouTube is largely ignored by a lot of people for one reason or another. But the reality is, if you get it right on your traffic, you can really write your own ticket. And traffic is still ridiculously cheap on YouTube compared to mainstream Google and other platforms. Now, why would you advertise on it? Well, the targeting options on YouTube are simply incredible. Okay, they're mind-boggling, in fact. You can target viewers based on age, location, interests, the videos they watch, and even pages they visited on your website. It's insane. So you can even target your competitors' videos and steal their traffic. With YouTube ads, it's possible to reach viewers for pennies per view, literally. And you don't need to break the bank to do it. You can literally do it on a budget, and you can do it, and you can get incredible results. So also with YouTube ads, you're not charged for a view unless the viewer watches literally 30 seconds of the video and finishes the video, whichever really comes first. So it's a cool way to even get your message across without even getting charged any money at all. Where do you get that type of advertising? Not too many places. So before we sort of get into it a little bit deeper, and if you're not too familiar, don't worry, because this won't mean much to you, but shortly it will. These are basically the ad formats that you can actually use on YouTube. Firstly, it's called True View in Stream, where you can actually, I'm sure most of you have even seen these, you know, you go on YouTube ads and you see an ad coming up and you can actually skip, you know, away from the ad. There are also ones that are basically non-skippable. I'm not really a big fan of these types, simply because it frustrates people because they can't get out of them. There's also what's called bumper ads, True View discovery ads, in-display ads, which we are going to talk about tonight, and what are called YouTube in video overlay ads. Now, basically, True View in-stream ads, skippable video ads. Let's go into these a little bit deeper. These are skippable ads, so they're designed to capture the attention of the relevant audience, okay, in the first 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, you, the audience, are given, you know, a skip button to get out of the ad and continue watching the initial selected video that you wanted to watch. Now, these are an excellent way to increase visibility on a cost per view, as YouTube charges only after the ad is watched for 30 seconds or more, okay? That's crazy. You're getting all that time of free advertising, because once it goes beyond that time period, fine, you're quite happy to be charged. But even then it's cheap. So I'm sure you've seen these. I'm sure pretty much every day at some point someone goes on YouTube, people who are watching tonight, and they've seen these type of advertising. Very heavily used and do get great results. In-stream ads, they are similar to the in-stream video ads, but viewers do not have the option to skip the ads, okay? The ads usually play for 15, 20 seconds. I'm not a big fan of these. I don't really use them that much, to be honest with you, simply because most people, I think, just get, fed up of it. So I focus on the skippable ads and the in-display, which we're going to talk about in a minute. TrueView in-stream ads, in-display ads. Now, I'm a huge fan of these. Now, these ads appear in the top right of, as you can see here, YouTube, okay, as actual sort of banners. Interesting thing is about these is that, they're meant to capture the attention of the viewers while watching other videos, and they blend with the organic listings that show, straightforward up on YouTube. And they have a thumbnail image with a short text. Now, the advertisers, are only charged when the viewer chooses to actually click. So you can get your brand and your message across with an ad, even if basically no one clicks on it, and you're only charged if someone clicks. Now, the cool thing about this, and I'm actually going to show you tonight how to do it, is most people don't even know how to set these up, simply because you don't go through the normal channels on setup in AdWords on video targeting for them. It's pretty sneaky, and I'm going to show you tonight actually how to do it, because literally 90% of people that advertise on YouTube have no idea. And then we have what are called bumper ad formats, really designed for brand awareness. They're not usually skippable. They're short format, and they sort of appear during, before, or after a video. And advertisers are charged on impressions, i.e. Cost per 1,000, okay? And then finally we have what are called overlay ads, which show as sort of banners at the bottom of a video. These ads are sort of semi-transparent. Now, these are not readily available. You have to go directly, to YouTube, and they're only available for reserved media placements. So what that means is that you actually have to buy a lot to actually be able to do this. And so if you're really running serious campaigns, it's worth considering, because they do work, but you have to buy allocations, and that can run into thousands of dollars, straight off the bat. So you don't want to start with this type of thing. You really want to start with, the more in-stream skippable ads, along with what we have on the display ads. So what we're going to actually look at tonight is, I'm going to actually sort of give you some examples of actually how you set these up, okay? Now, first of all, if I sort of come out of the actual PowerPoint and just come to here and come into a, let's have a look, just into my test AdWords account. Let's have a look up here first. Up here, you'll see linked accounts. Now, what you need to do is, if you have a YouTube account, you need to come in here, click for details, and link everything up, okay? So what I'll actually do, in fact, because that will just, you come in here for details, okay, and you just link up the accounts, okay? If I unclick this, obviously I'll unlink basically from where I am. So what I will do for now, in fact, I'm going to use another account to actually show you the demonstration. Let me just open this up. And we'll open up YouTube as well. Okay, so when you actually get into your dashboard, the first thing we look at, you're going to see search campaigns, displays, shopping, and video campaigns. So you want to click on video campaign, all right? And then just come to campaigns. Okay. And what we're going to do here now is, in fact, what we'll just do here is come into the plus sign. So what do we do when we want to start a new campaign? So we'll click on new campaign. And the first thing you're going to see is select a campaign type. You've got search, display, shopping, video, and universal ad. So we want to create a video campaign, reach and engage viewers on YouTube and across the web. Okay. So we will click on that. And we just want to get website traffic. Okay. So for engagement, and we'll click continue. Now, once you get into here, the first thing it's going to do is create a campaign name. So it's always best to put in something that you can track so you know exactly what you're doing. But for the sake of this demonstration, we're just going to call it, I'm going to call it test video 1, okay? And then we've got to create a budget, daily budget. So for the sake of the demonstration, I'll put in $20, all right? Now start and end, you can select if you want. Ideally, just let it run, but you can select an end date. You can just run it for a few days, but or you can just leave it just open and just pause it when you finish. Network, YouTube videos, okay? We want to basically just focus on YouTube videos and channel pages. Languages, all. Location, United States. Now, by default, the bidding will be on what's called CPA, which, cost per action or acquisition. But we want to focus on, so come here a sec. Here, 1 second. You can do it basically on maximum CPV, cost per view. That's what we want, okay? Cost per view. That's what we want, but bidding strategy. And then inventory type, standard inventory. In fact, let's just have a look here. Yeah, let's keep that as standard inventory. Excluded content. Now, this is important because we don't want things showing in areas that, like this, as you can see, sensitive and profanity. So make sure these are all clicked, all right? Excluded types and labels, okay? So we want, because obviously we want to focus on some of these because I sort of click these because don't want to focus basically on the younger cut crowd, depending basically on the ages. But of course, hang a second, content labels, where are we? That's it. Okay, so you want to exclude these types of things because because most of the people on YouTube are really under the age of 21. So ultimately, we'll come into additional settings. Okay, devices, all eligible devices. You can start with all these first, but ultimately we can tone them down. And then we have what's called frequency capping. So if we want to, we can select number of views of how many times somebody may be viewing your ad, in one day. So you can put in 2, for example. Okay, and at this point now, we want to look at creating the actual ad group. Okay, so again, we'll just call this one test video. Call that test video 2. And what do we? So now we've got to actually select what are we willing to pay for a view. So I always start low. Okay, so I would suggest you start at, let's say, 5 cents. Okay, 5 cents. Because ultimately, once the traffic starts, you may end up only paying 2-3 cents per view in your particular market. So we're going to bid basically at 5 cents to start with. Now this is important demographics. All right. Now, depending ultimately on what your market is and what your product and service is, age groups are probably important. Now, in this particular test, we're going to be targeting, more senior people. So we don't want anyone between the age of 24, really thought of 35 and upwards. Male, female is fine. The rest of this is okay. But we really want to eliminate basically younger ages. You'd certainly probably want to eliminate 18 to 24. That's for sure. All right. So I'll just leave it for that for now. Because if you don't check these, you are going to get a lot of traffic, which you don't really want. Okay. And now audiences, we're just going to leave for now. Okay. So we have options here of how we're going to target. Okay. There are 3 key components. One, you can actually keyword target. Okay. So let's assume, for example, we're going to be we're selling, I think I did a demonstration the other day about fishing. So let's stick to that. I don't actually have any particular ads or videos on it, but it doesn't really matter. It's going to be how we set it up and how it looks is important. The actual process is actually important. So you can actually sort of keyword target. So you can just come in here and start putting in relevant keywords that are focused on your particular product or service. So if we're in the business of, let's say, for example, selling fishing boats, we want to be targeting videos that are related to fishing. So, or we could put in, for example, bass fishing. Okay. And we could put in, for example, and so on and so on and so on. Okay. Or we just shut that down. We can come into topics. Now, what happens here on topics? They're big categories, which means they're going to deliver a lot of traffic. Personally, avoid these because you're going to get a lot of traffic, but it may not ultimately be that targeted. Okay. Now, what I like to do is this, which is placements. Okay. And focus on videos that accept YouTube advertising. Now, how ultimately can you do this? All right. Now, there's a cool tool out there, which I use, which I find interesting. Oh, whoops. That's not what I wanted. Let's come back out. It's called TubeSift. Now, the cool thing about this tool, yes, it's a paid tool, but my God, does it save some time? All right. And in fact, I'm just going to find the login for it. Let me just get the log for it. Hang on a second. I think it's app .TubeSift. I think. No, it's not that one. Let me just find the login for it. It's been a few weeks since I've used it, but let me just get it. Hang on a second. Let me just grab it. Because what this tool ultimately does is allow you to actually find videos. There's also another one. Let me find that one real quick as well. And it's called Scrape. And ultimately what it does is this, is that you can come into here to videos, and we can put in, for example, bass fishing, and click search. And just like that, it will give me a complete list of video URLs that accept Google advertising, sorry, YouTube advertising, that I can actually place my video on. Okay, so let me just get back to TubeSift. Let me just find the login. I have to open this up 1 second. Sorry, I wasn't fully prepared with that one. It's I normally use my my office PC, and find it. Whoops. Members, that's it. Members. Right. Okay, here we go. So now once you're into TubeSift, again, we can just put in whatever the keyword and, or phrases or keywords related to what you're going to be targeting. And I'll just put in bass fishing and click search. And I'm just looking for 10 results for now. You could actually specify the number of the results that you actually want. And as you can see, the system goes out looking for videos that accept Google Ads, so YouTube advertising, that you can actually place your ads on as an overlay. Okay, so straight away you're seeing here a list related to bass fishing, views, gives you number of views, the engagement that it has. So as you can see, the majority of these here, and if I wanted to, I could get more. Let's go get 20. I'll click search again. So straight away it's going out, grabbing this great data. So we know straight away, without having to manually go into YouTube to find videos that you can actually place advertising on. Straight away, it gets us the answers, and you can just set these campaigns up for fun in minutes. So here we have 20 options here. And once that happens, you just click on here to get links. And straight away, there you go. Those are the URLs that I can target. So the cool thing about this, when you come back to the setup, we actually just come into, let's just backtrack. Okay, we looked at keywords, we put a couple in, we can put more. Ideally, I don't sometimes bother with keywords. I concentrate on placements, because it's pretty much as exact targeting as you're going to get. If we're selling a fishing product, we want to be targeting fishing videos. So, and this little cool tool here gets the answer for me real quick. I come into placements, all right, and I click on here, enter multiple placements, okay, and basically put in paste. So there it is there. Add the 20 placements. You see all of a sudden they come to here, and it even lights up those URLs and says exactly what these videos were. So I know everything's 100%. So those are the videos I'm going to target. Now I have to basically put in the video that I want to show, okay, that I want to show. So I'll just come back over to YouTube. Let me just come out of here. Let's come into YouTube. And I will just come in here to a channel. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to pick out a video. It doesn't really matter what it is at the end of the day. In fact, what I will do is I will just select this video. Okay, as you can see here. And what I'll do, I'll just get that URL. Come back to AdWords. And what I'm going to do is just paste that URL in. And straight away, what happens is it recognizes the video. We want to be doing an in-stream ad. That's what we want to do. It comes up showing us what it would look like on mobile. You can click on that, sorry, on here, and it shows you exactly what's going to be happening here on desktop. So in-stream, put the video in, and ultimately just put the final URL. All right, so that's going to be HTTPS, and we'll just put in the URL in. That's the final URL. The display URL can stay the same. Now here what we do is create the call to action, because this is going to come up, okay, on your video. Your video is going to show that on the product or service that you're going to promote, but also it's going to back it up with a call to action. So people can click on it and go directly to your website or web page. Okay. So the call to action is, you know, click here, and then we can just create, you can actually just create the headline. Okay. We'll just call it, we were talking about fishing, and we'll just put, let's look at fishing boat. I was going to put sail, but I'm not going to have enough, I'm not going to have in there. So I'll just put in it, for example, boat sale now on. Okay. Okay, boat sale now. So how that will actually evaluate is, as you can see there, the URL will show just a little bit of call to click here, and the, you know, you're limited ultimately to only 10 characters on the call to action and 15 characters on the actual headline. But that's how it will actually come up. Okay, video, and then the overlay with the call to action that you clicked, and that can go to your website. All right, and then you can just call it whatever you're going to call the ad name. It can be whatever you want. I mean, you can just be real simple, just call it ad one, because you can be calling multiple ads. So just to actually go over what's actually happened here, guys, let's just backtrack. All right, because as you can see, this isn't overly complicated to do, right? The problem is with people out there, most people have no idea how to do it. And this is how simple it is to actually target people on YouTube and do it in a very, very targeted fashion. So let's just backtrack on this one more time on this particular type of video advertising. So let's just go back to the beginning, right? We created the campaign. We put in the daily budget. We didn't specify when it ends, so we just start the campaign. We can shut it off whenever we want. Networks, we're targeting YouTube videos. All languages, United States. Now, of course, if you want to, you can target the whole planet, or you can target literally just a small area, literally down to a street if you want to, or you can target just one city, one town. Okay, for example, if you know you're an attorney, for example, I'm in Orlando. If I'm an attorney in Orlando, I only want to be showing my video advertising to people in Orlando. So in that regards, all I would do is click on that. Let's just come back up here. Here, and I would just need to type in, start typing the location. Oops. And as you can see, it says Orlando, Florida. I just click on that, and now everything's changed. Let's scroll back up. And now all I'm doing is targeting Orlando, Florida. So you can target it right down to ultimately whatever you want. But for the purpose, I'll still stick with the USA. All right. we're going to be doing a bidding strategy, maximum CPV, i.e. cost per view. That's what we want to start on. Inventory type is standard. We want to exclude any potential of things landing up on these, but reality is we've selected in our targeting placements. So that's ultimately the only places that it's going to show anyway. But just in case, do it. And also these excluded types. Devices, well, you can start with all three, but if you want to, if you only basically, yes, as you can see here, shown eligible devices, computers, mobile, and tablet. Okay, or you can change it to specific if you want to. For now, we'll just leave it at the default setting. Frequency capping, we're only going to focus on just basically showing it twice in any one day to any one person. The ad schedule. Now, here we can actually specify the times. For the purpose of the training, I just left it to run all the time. But if you want to, you can change it to, let's say, whatever you like, Monday to Friday, and we'll run it from 8 a.m. in the morning till 8 p.m. at night. So once we get to that, we created the ad group. We create the ad group name, test video 2. We started the bidding at 5 cents, 5 cents per view. We were going to target people, age group is 35 plus. We just left the audience as it was. We put in a couple of keywords. Okay. Now, there's nothing stopping you just using keywords if you want to. As I said, don't bother too much with topics, but we want to do placements. So what we did here was we used a nice little cool tool called TubeSift, which found all these lovely videos for me that accept Google, sorry, I keep on saying Google, YouTube advertising. And I slotted them in here, just took the URLs. So now I'm telling the system I only want my ads to show on these videos, nowhere else. Brilliant. I've got exact targeting. I just took the video I wanted to show from my channel, ticked in stream, and as you can see, I then just completed the ad. The video is there, destination URL, display URL, call to action, click here. Once they can see that example, boats for sale, click on it, goes directly to my website. That's it. That's how ridiculously simple and straightforward creating highly targeted YouTube ads is. At that point, we click save and continue. And that's it. We have our campaign. Okay. Now, if you want to, for example, not want to push too much on, for example, on mobiles, you can come into devices and you can lower the bids, adjust the bids accordingly on a percentage level. So here you can come in, just for example, on mobile, you can, for example, and you can cut it down by 50%. So you're willing to pay more on PCs and tablets, and you can reduce the mobile down by 50% or increase it depending, what your market actually is. So that's a really, straightforward way and to the point way to actually set up YouTube ads. Very powerful by using cool tools like this. Now, just to come back to this, to give you some idea, you can actually put anything in here. All right. If I was in the business, I just use that for an example. Let's say I'm an attorney, for example, and I want to basically, look for clients in, I don't know, let's have a look here. Let's say a divorce, divorce attorney. All right, so click on that. And straight away, again, it's starting to find videos related to that. Now we can put in anything, okay? let's put it, for example, let's say a mortgage broker, okay? Mortgage advice. So people are searching videos for mortgage advice, and I'm a mortgage broker. All right. How cool would it be to basically place my ads on top of videos related to getting the best mortgage? All right. As you can see, just going out, it's just finding the video. I'll just shut it off there, but it will just go on and on and on. And of course, you can then place your video on top of these videos because people are logically looking at videos of how to get the best mortgage. All right. Ultimately, no matter what product or service that you have, there's going to be a video on or videos on YouTube relating to it that people are going to watch. So what a great place to put your ad on top of something that people are looking for. For example, if I'm in the internet marketing leash, okay, I can put on here how to, let's say how to market on Facebook. So say I'm selling a course on Facebook advertising.
So let's say like my product list Genie, like for example, what will you do? Like where should we put the ad?
Okay, so for example, I'd target something like Shopify. So I would put in like, obviously logically, if somebody was after, if you were going to market product list Genie, you would want to be targeting people in the e-commerce niche. All right. Shopify would be a logical place to go. Right. So we will just click in Shopify. Okay. People doing tutorials on Shopify, best place to go. All of a sudden we're finding videos related to Shopify. And straight away, just like that, as you can see, at 14, 15, I only asked to find 20, I could probably find a few hundred. So what we would do for our favorite coach is that we would all of a sudden, in fact, let's just show them all. There you go. Here's all these videos that are related to Shopify and Facebook advertising related to it. And then we would just set up a campaign similar to what we did before. We would take the product list Genie video or marketing video to say, come on, come and join product list Genie. Okay. And the video would show before these videos ran. All we have to do is click here, get all these lovely links and set up that YouTube campaign. And the product list Genie video would show in front of all of these. Now look at some of the traffic these videos are getting. 1 million views, 80,000, 500,000, 1 million, 350,000. I mean, high engagement. Look at the engagement they get. So for literally pennies, we could put product list Genie in front of all these videos and start getting leads and inquiries and customers very, very quickly for pennies. Okay, for pennies.
Nice.
So pretty cool, eh?
Nice, very nice.
Okay, now
Frank Kern did a video yesterday and said this is the new way, the future of advertising, because now YouTube is gonna be like the television, right?
Yeah.
And this is gonna be the future of advertising, basically.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I mean, obviously there's the majority audience on Facebook is basically people under the age of 21. And in fact, I'm looking at a statistic today that age group spend at least an hour a day on YouTube. So it's phenomenal. But either way, when you start seeing these types of figures, okay, it's a great place, no matter what market you're in, to actually to place your advertising. Okay, the big brands are out on this en masse. They spend millions on it every single month, in fact, because they know it works. So, and the cool thing about this show is that, you know what? You don't pay unless they watch 30 seconds or more. How many views do you think maybe you could get on product list Genie for less than 30 seconds that people know you exist without even paying for it. I mean, it's free advertising. So all pretty good stuff, okay? Now, I promised you at the start, what I'm going to do now is just literally just come back in here a second. And I'm going to just, here we go. I'm just going to pause that one out because I just did that. I don't want that to run. Now, if we just come back to here, I did tell you that, here we go, in stream, or it's called in display. We're on YouTube. Now, these are tough to find on YouTube, where you can actually put your banner over here nicely, simply because most people don't know how to set it up, okay? And if we actually come back to YouTube over here, it doesn't really matter what we put in, but if you put in something, we put in Shopify here, we'll see a whole range of Shopify advertising, you know, Shopify stores, Big Girl, or whatever. Here we go. All right. Now, what we want to be doing here is getting our ad to show up in this area here. Okay. Now, most ads that come up in this are normally retargeting ads. All right. Now, I'm probably seeing something on Fiverr because I was on there this morning. They've retargeted me. But what if, for example, how valuable would it be to you, Gianni, if you could literally put your product list genie ad up here next to any video that you wanted? How valuable do you think that would be?
I will be rich.
What, richer than you are already? I don't believe it. So, however, most people simply just don't do it. You don't see it that often because then here's the reason why. Because everyone thinks you can do this by the video campaigns, but that's not the way to do it. Okay? Now, the way we do this is via display campaigns. So we would actually click on display here. All right. And again, we're going to set up a new campaign. All right. And once we get in, we are going to click on display. Right. And we want to get, let's, for example, leads. All right. And we're just going to keep it to what we call a standard display. So we pick our settings and targeting. All right. We're going to keep it simple. And we'll put in our business name or your website. In fact, why don't we just use, I haven't got an ad for Product List Genie, but let's just use that just for now. Okay. Product.
Yes, make me money, please.
Productlistgenie.com. All right. So we're going to put in the URL and we're going to continue for the display. Now, what's the campaign? I call it PLG, Product List Genie. We're going to target the United States. Now, of course, you can put multiple languages in here, but we're going to keep it for English. And we want manual CPC, right? Now, there will be other options in here, but you know what, guys? Just stick with this and uncheck the enhanced bidding. Manual CPC only. This way we can control the bids. Now, next area is budget. So we'll just put a budget of $50. Okay. And delivery method, keep it as standard. Now we will come in here now to additional settings. All right. And so we'll keep ad rotation, just keep this simple. All right. Ad schedule all day. No, we'll do it all days from 7 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. Of course, you can do whatever you like. No particular end date. Show on all devices. We can change if you want to. For this, we'll keep it. There we go. We're going to leave that as 2 on the frequency. Only see it twice a day. Location options. People in your targeted location. And the rest here, just leave it as it is. And then here, just call the first ad group. And I'm going to call it PLG, Product List Genie 1. Now, we're going to come back to audiences here in a second. All right. Right now for demographics, I know Gianni wants to be rich, so pretty much we're going to target everybody. So, however, we will get over to 18 to 24, anybody 25 above. That's what we're going to target. Now, in fact, audience targeting, forget it. We're not even going to go there, right? There are options in here that you can use, but right now we're not interested. We want to only focus on people that we know are going to be interested in e-commerce and on Shopify, so we can focus on Product List Genie. Now, we come down to here, content, where you want your ads to show. Narrow your reach with keywords, topics, and placements. So we want to do content targeting. So we click on that. Placements. All right. And again, now it starts offering us where are we going to target this. Now, we just want to be running this display ad. Okay, this display ad, so our ad shows here next to relevant videos in e-commerce and Shopify. We're not interested in other websites. This is our only target is YouTube. So we come back here, and first what we're going to do, okay, is look at. In fact, here's the trick to it. We click on websites first, right, and we just type in here YouTube. Okay. Here's because this is where we want to actually focus. We only want our ads to show on, in fact, maybe we just put in here. Okay. We only want it to show basically on YouTube. All right. So we just come back again here. You can see what's going on. We've got choices of websites. All right. Or we can put in multiple placements if we want to, but we just want to focus. We just want to focus on YouTube. All right. Now, and then we want to add what's called multiple placements. All right. So we can come back to YouTube, to TubeSift here. We want to show the Product List Genie. Just get the copy. Come back in and add the placements. Okay. Add the placements. So then we just create an ad group bid. So for here, we're willing to pay, let's say 20 cents for a click to get for someone through to Product List Genie. So now we're going to create the ad. Now, I don't have a creative of Product List Genie, so I'll just put anything up, but you'll get the gist of it. But you want to go up to upload display ads. All right. As you can see, we've got Product List Genie as the final URL. So for the sake of the, let's have a look. Let's just come back in here and find an image. Let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to put in, now the image you want is a 300 times 250 pixel. That's what you want. So we'll just assume that maybe this is a Product List Genie ad. but it's going to go to Product List Genie. So the Product List Genie, if you want to add more, you can, but ideally just the one is good enough, because that's the most popular size that will show, 300 times 250. And once that is done, so let's just backtrack what we've actually done here, right? We've created the campaign in display, not via the YouTube counts, not via the video campaign options in AdWords. We've created the name, the US, the language, manual CPC only, put a daily budget, put our ad schedule, what the times we want to run, okay? We put in a frequency cap. No one sees the ad more than twice in one day. Only target to the people in the locations that we're targeting. We've created the ad group name. We've looked at our demographics. So basically, we're quite happy to have people over the age of 25 and from any walk of life view our ad. We've specified basically the targeting for YouTube only, and then we've specified the URLs. Okay, we can go on and on. We could probably put 150, 200 in here. So we only want our ad to show on Shopify ads. So what would happen is once the ad starts running, here's that Shopify visitor, a million people. What would happen is Product List Genie would show up here, okay? Because we targeted these ads, all right? All of a sudden, people looking for all the ads the videos that we've targeted, Product List Genie pops up here. This is where the ad would show. And this obviously wouldn't look like this, but you get the gist of what's going on. And then when they click on it, it will go directly to Product List Genie. Once you're done, you just create campaign. And that's it. Now we've targeted exactly what we want to target. And the ads will show in these areas here. Okay, top right-hand corner in display format, click on it, directly to Product List Genie, and you put it exactly where you want it. Only on relevant ads that is relevant to your product or service.
Wow, wow. How much money have you made with YouTube ads, you think, in your store?
In my store, obviously I run a few stores. My main store here, for example, if I give you an example now, let's just come back here.
Just YouTube for people to see if it's powerful.
Yeah, let me show you. Yeah, that's no problem. So let me just come back to all campaigns here. And we're just gonna come back into display. I just want to pause that off.
Yeah. Don't get banned.
No, that's right. Okay, so here, for example, is one that is set up not that long ago. In fact, less than 30 days ago. Started on 25th of June, so about 3 weeks. Okay, 3 weeks. Now this was exactly the way I've done it. This is a placement campaign, exactly the same as what I've done, just I demonstrated there, okay? And now can you imagine this was Product List Genie, Gianni, right?
Yes.
I put a budget of 100 a day.
Yeah.
It targeted videos. Obviously my niche, I sell mobility equipment, right?
Yes.
In my main site.
Yeah.
So I did exactly that. I targeted videos. As you can see, I called it placements, new. Started it on, and this was a very tentative campaign, on June the 25th, which is like 3 weeks ago. And as you can see, I've had 1,239 click-throughs at an average cost of 9 cents. I've only spent $106, and I've really just been messing around. Okay, only been messing around. My tracking data here told me that of the 1,239, it's not wholly accurate, but we probably sold about 10 units off that. So ultimately, for spending around $106, we made about $3,000 in return.
That's not bad.
No, no.
So basically, it works for e-commerce. It works for products. It works for anything.
Yeah, for anything. Anything. Doesn't matter what you sell.
Wow. Wow. Let's see what the people think. Let's see. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? You guys gonna apply this? Are you enjoying the content? Are you enjoying YouTube? See, YouTube is not just YouTube videos, it's display, you know, and display. Basically, right now you're targeting in YouTube, but you could also target on a specific website, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
You can target anywhere. Like, let's say you're selling fishing products, high ticket fishing products. You could literally find fishing websites and put your ad there, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is just YouTube. Placement targeting is, you know, you can do it normally on what's called the Google Display Network. So we can just get a list of websites, you know, to actually place your display advertising, which is, I mean, obviously you've seen it, you know what I do. You've seen it in other trainings that I've done.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculously powerful. I mean, what you have to understand with Google, guys, is this, you know, you're placing advertising in places, you know, that you control, that you can tell the system, I only want my ads to show here, right? Whether it's on YouTube or whether it's on the Google Content Network or whether it's straightforward search ads. You know, where people are putting on the front page of Google, whether it's shopping ads or text ads, people type something in, it delivers the advertising straight to you. All right, people click on your ad, go to your website. The one thing you know, when people turn up on your website or your page, they're looking for what you offer. That's the reality. It's not like Facebook, where you're putting stuff out there and you're trying to get people to know you exist. It doesn't matter here. All people want to know is that they're coming to you. They're searching specifically for a product. So you're halfway there. They're lukewarm by the time, you know, if not, you know, warmer by the time they turn up on your website. So this is what we're doing here in these free trainings is just the tip of the iceberg. Just the tip of the iceberg. Okay. You know, I've got other campaigns in YouTube. Unfortunately, I can't show because they're basically, you know, major sort of clients.
Is that for your?
They're huge video campaigns. So
is that for the porn site?
Sorry?
Is that for the porn site?
That's right. Yeah, that's the one. You know all about it.
You cannot show it, so I figure. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. No, man, this was awesome, man. This was awesome. So people are sharing amazing information. Yes. You know, everybody talks about Facebook, everybody talks about, but not many people talk about YouTube. And YouTube.
Not many people talk about YouTube. I'm just going to see if I can just have a quick look here. 1 second.
Exactly with these strategies is how Tai Lopez became famous.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean,
I had no idea.
He did it.
Yeah, you can just blanket. Let me just have a look here a second on one of these. Let's have a look. Have a look. Hang on. Let's have a look at yesterday. Let's have a look at the. Yeah. I'd have to find some old campaigns because there's not some big ones running at the moment. But yeah, I mean, you get huge volume of traffic on YouTube. Huge volume of traffic. Let me just see if I can just find one here. 1 sec. Let's just try this one. Hang on. All right, let's just come back over here. Okay. So let's just go back the last 30 days. Okay. On some of these, this is basically only running small budgets. Okay. Small budgets onto individual types of product. Okay. Now these are e-com products and rock and roll, guitars and drums and stuff like that. So small budgets. So as you can see here, look at the sort of like the view rates we're getting on some of these things. All right. 28,000 views, 3,000, 3,000, 1. These are all very specific products. All right. But look at the cost per view. The average cost per view is 1 penny. 1 penny.
Wow. So they're printing money.
Yeah. So they're printing money. Building a brand. The average, I mean, if I can just go back even longer than that to all time, as you can see here, all time since I started, even just on these minutes, is 2 cents maximum. Okay. For the last 30 days, it's been one penny on a view. 1 penny right across the board.
Wow.
So it's all good stuff. I mean, you know, there's so much more deeper and stuff like that. We could go into it, but tonight what I really wanted to do was just show you the capabilities of how to set it up. What YouTube was just beyond something you can watch videos on. It's something you can actually advertise on, and something you can do real easy if you know what you're doing, and you can do it really cool and better than everybody if you know what you're doing. And you can see, and I just also demonstrated that you can see how cheap it is. You can get it for as little as one penny a view, 1 penny. So, you know, think about it. You know, for $10, you can get 1,000 people to see your product or service. How insane is that? So, you know, this is a very, very cool way to get any type of business out there, visible, getting customers, getting leads, getting email signups, whatever it is, selling e-commerce. You know, guys, you know, whatever you're doing, think about it. And I'll let Gianni finish the call here, because he's better than me at basically, you know, giving the bigger picture. So Gianni, you finish the call.
Yes, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoy, and you can tell that he is on the trenches doing Google. And when the video I did today, I talk about you gotta pay attention. Who is on the trenches? He's showing you live campaigns. He's showing you how to do it. He's definitely an expert in Google. He's teaching you, walking you through. And if you're interested, definitely in being part of well, we're doing an event here in Orlando on August 3rd to the 5th, 3 days spending with Gareth, teaching you Google so you can sell anything. Obviously, the topic we're gonna be covering is especially high ticket, but you can definitely use this skill set to sell anything. And there is a link there here on the video, ecomexplosion.com. Go there. Basically, just with one store, he has sold more than $32 million in one store here in the United States. And he's definitely here to help you. You know, Google, as you can see, is an untapped traffic source. And there is no one better than Gareth to teach you, you know, these skill sets. You can try to come to Orlando. If not, you just simply can join the mastermind, you know, by going to ecomexplosion.com. Watch those videos. There are some videos there you haven't watched them. and apply if you're interested in becoming a Google expert and having Gareth, you know, walk you through by the hand, right, Gareth?
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be hands-on, 3 days. It's only going to be me. I'm not even going to let Giani say anything.
Not even me.
So, but yeah, listen, if you can make it, it'd be fantastic. You won't be let down. You're going to walk away with, well, here's the thing. Where can you go for 3 days and walk away with an amazing skill set? Think about it.
Nowhere.
Nowhere.
Nowhere. Right now, with what he just told you right now, you can go and make money right now, basically. You can go and make money. You can go find people and say, hey, I'm going to run your ads. They had no idea how to do this. 99.9% of people don't know how to do this, right?
Oh God, yeah.
I mean, you're gonna get anyone. Let's say, hey, I'm gonna run your ads. Let me show you. Get them leads, and then charge them. You know, because this skill set is hard, man. And the guy that is running, actually, the guy that is running my ads is actually doing this strategy. Okay, now that I remember, and I'm selling $100 products, and he's converting at less than $22. So it does work.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Yes, it does work. The strategy does work. Whatever you just show on the display. We're in Orlando. Here in Orlando, SeaWorld, August 3rd to the 5th. Make sure you come. You're gonna learn so much. Most important is you're gonna be able to know how to build a real business with Google. Even if you don't have a business or you do have a business, you're gonna benefit. Awesome. Thank you so much, Gareth, for your time.
Pleasure.
Love you guys. Hope you enjoyed and go make money. Apply. Like Gareth said, you need to apply. Stop learning. Apply. That's the only thing that pays. Take care. Have a great night, bro.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.